Okay. So how are we starting this?
I was bored and this is all Paula's fault.
Okay. My name is Anna.
I'm Sophia.
And we're
Paula,
sisters.
you've been talking to me.
Yes. And we're sisters.
I'm on an exercise ball, just know that.
So the purpose of this video is Sophia was... You gonna explain?
I was talking to Paula. She asked me if I wanted to... She asked me what my favorite Maiden Lane novels were, and of course I couldn't say, oh yeah, these covers, because they're pretty. Instead I had to go, these covers because they exude just the right amount of sensuality and character energy.
And cinematography and
Yes.
chemistry.
Anyways, I said I'm gonna make a PowerPoint on it. She's like, do it. And I was like, that's all the go ahead I need. So, here we are.
No impulse control. That's and it's to our benefit. So we're going to now read the PowerPoint.
Know that my V on my computer is broken, which is why I often avoid using a V.
But you have a V right there.
Because I did it on my phone. Anyways, first book of the series is Wicked Intentions.
You need to start
Oh, fucking Lord. What the fuck do you want from me?
to read all of this aloud.
I am, but I gotta start with
No,
a
you
preamble.
need to do
Okay,
this
guys,
first.
attention! Elizabeth Hoyt deserves all of our undying gratitude, and I'll start by reading her Maiden Lane book designs. Start off with book 1, Wicked Intentions, okay? This is the first design of Wicked Intentions, okay? This book design, it's cinematic gold, the fog, that bared shoulder, the loose hair, the outline of St. Giles in the background. I rest my case. It's cinematic gold, okay? And it's a banger first design. So I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10. I adore the mysteriousness of this design. That said, the dress is kind of funky and glary.
And she never wears yellow. Like, it's part of
I
her,
think
like...
it really just fits the color scheme. Like, if you
Yeah.
look at it, it's just like there's yellow in the white, and it's kind of like, yeah, Temperance gets to wear yellow.
But yeah, but
And
in
I
the book...
continue to support her.
But in the book, she's like, only wears gray.
I know, and that's true, and she always wears her hair up. But I guess in this book, it's like to show, like...
Well, like, the book covers are always, sexy lies.
Okay, we're gonna move to Wicked Intentions design number 2.
God.
Just know, it's garbage. And I'm sure you're also thinking to yourself that we already did this book, and you're right. But for some reason, some ungodly reason, they redesigned it anyways. Okay, so let's take a moment and look at this awkwardly CGI'd body. It's like a Frankenstein of model body parts. The face, so shiny. The body, out of sync. 0 out of 10. Literally nothing I like, and it doesn't include Temperance. That's where this book is at. Care is nothing without that hoe. Literally a heartless gremlin. I'm not going to go into the plot because I said I'm not reading books, but if you read the books, you understand what I'm saying. Okay, and also, the first design is infinitely better. There was no reason for this. No reason. No. Yeah. Book number 2 is Notorious Pleasures. This is also the first design, okay? I want you to take a second and look at these hussies. And for realsies, we're getting a first glimpse of steam in these designs. There's leaning, and the colors are good, okay? That said, if you look in the far left corner, you will see fireworks, and I also don't feel the chemistry between these two models. I think it's kind of like, eh.
Okay, but I think the fireworks give, like, you see the lighting on them, and it gives it a much more dynamic look. I think it's nice.
I think it's too much. And also, another note, I know I said I'm not reviewing books, but a lot of my thinking will come from my insider knowledge because I read a book. So much of this book is about resisting temptation, and the design doesn't emulate that. Hero's just leaning into Griffin all casual, like she isn't Griffin's brother's fiance. Sure, I know this is the first bit of steam, but we need more. So it's a nice enough design, but it's a solid 5 out of 10 for me, okay? Sorry. Pleasures design number 2. Okay, so I don't hate it. The model is cute, abs are sexy, but it's not special. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10 because I adore Griffin, but let me be real. You need your girl.
It's just
a dude.
it doesn't have anything whatsoever to do with the plot.
It's just a dude. So 4 out of 10, I stick by that.
Okay.
Scandalous Desires, design number 1. The color scheme, be poppin'. The bared shoulders are sexy. Hands look a little weird. Still, it's good. This one I give a 6 out of 10. I can't find anything to dislike about the cover, but also no spark is going off here.
Okay, I on the other hand really like this cover. I think their skin tones are gorgeous. Her hair is so pretty. I don't think there's anything weird with their hands. I really like it, and I love the color schemes. You're right, I really like it.
Scandalous Desires, design number 2.
I'm sorry, but who is this person? Because I don't like him.
Yeah, he's you stole my fucking thunder. Literally, my opening line is, don't know why, but this is not my charming Mickey. This seriously is, like, where is the pirate pizzazz? The rings, the glamour, the color scheme? There is no pretense of a boat, okay? He's a pirate. And the last one, let's look back to that for a second. Last one, I feel like maybe you could say it's on a boat because it's like the color is right and it's dark. And this one, it's like you're in a house. You're straight up in a house. You're like never in a house except for like a quarter of the book. Boo, you should be on a boat, okay? I'm giving this 1 out of 10. You just slapped a hot model and a loose shirt on this bad boy. That said, I do appreciate their efforts. I'ma just be petty for a moment. Know that throughout all of this, Elizabeth, you retain my love and adoration. Now we're gonna move on to book 4. There's only one design for this cover. Thank God. It's my boy. It's Winter and Isabel in Thief of Shadows, book 4. This is only a reference. Somebody from the Heaving Bosoms group will understand. The Duke in this book, he's untested in the bedroom and I do adore it. And also he's not a Duke. So now on to the actual design. Here be the tea. Okay. For all the greatness of the book, the design is okay. The color scheme is a little much. There's a lot of pink, okay? And there isn't chemistry. I mean, straight up show me. I must be blind if you can see it. It lacks intensity, and if you know the book, you know it needs that.
To be fair, like, he is the one that is lacking the intensity. She's looking up at him with from what I can tell, it looks like adoration. But to be fair, they wanted to showcase that jawline, and I can't fault them for that.
I rate this a 5 out of 10. It's a solid cover design. I don't dislike it, but there also isn't much to like. It's just a normal design and nothing screams special.
Sure enough.
Book 5, Lord of Darkness. Hey, it's time to get real. Time to start bringing in the motherfucking A-listers. Megs and Godric St. John. These hoes own this book design.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced like Sinjin. It's in Jane Eyre.
Shut your fucking mouth. Literally get out of this room. Godric, get out of here. Get the Megs. I can't. Like, I was about to be on a rant about why they own this cover, and then you're like, it's actually pronounced Sinjin? Oh, I mean, granted, she's never cried out, oh, Godric St. John, but like, I don't need this insider knowledge. I'm gonna start over. Megs and Godric St. John. These hoes own this book design. The colors and dress be poppin', the intimacy tangible. You feel their bated breath, his hand on her neck, their foreheads resting against one another. Intimacy. They're literally 5 seconds from a kiss. And 9 out of 10. So close to 10 out of 10, but Godric is supposed to be an older motherfucker and this bitch is getting side-eyed by some cougars.
What bitch? What are you talking about? He's getting?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't.
Godric is like old. He's in his 40s. I read this book so many times. I promise.
A while ago, though.
I still have all the good feelings for this book. And cover, clearly. Now, book 6, I lost track. This is Duke of Midnight. If this last book, which is Meg and Godric, screams intimacy, this one screams sex, chemistry, adoration. Look at the color scheme and costume. Her hair, that curl teasing the nape of her neck, it can get it. Artemis herself, power position. Okay? The focus on her. The power in play. The pleasure hers. Godric and Meg's were presented as equals on the last design, but this one, oh, it's a power struggle. And Artemis, she's winning. 10 out of 10 for this book. I have no complaints. You can feel the chemistry and the characters shine through this design. Okay, so I'm gonna give a pat on the back for Hoyt and her design team. So much love for this. I love this cover. It's great. We're on
admitted to
Darling Beast. Like, hello? It's a pretty design. It's got some chemistry. It only seems to have one color scheme applied to this color scheme, but that's alright. It's still it's nice, just nice. I mean, look, the people are sexy, but this is supposed to be Lily, aka Robin Goodfellow. She should be in breeches. Should have gotten better than this.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced britches.
Breeches. But this is
Too big for your britches? That's the phrase
look,
here.
the people are sexy, but this is supposed to be Lily / Robin Goodfellow. She should be in breeches. You girls should have gotten better than this. And there's like no angst in this on Apollo's end. The dude is mute due to his torture in Bedlam.
Oh my gosh.
You forgot that.
No, I didn't forget, but I remembered how heavy.
Shh, we're not discussing the books. Needless to say, Apollo should literally be on his knees with Lily's hands like splayed across his like chin and throat, like literally, like we're not like we're sisters, but like no. No, we're not doing that. My point is there needs to be a yearning.
There needs to be an allusion to some plot.
Yeah, there needs to be a yearning, okay? 6 out of 10 for this book. I like it okay, and I know I apply silly standards that can't be realistically applied. Now we're on Dearest Rogue. You should be aware that my feminist but bi brain is not judging this fairly. Okay, I am but a simple woman, and Phoebe is showing off some simple assets that be front and center. So, you're warned. Here's the tea, sis. I don't really care for this book or reread it. It's a good enough book, I enjoy it. But the design is something I enjoy even more. It is a sweet and simple design. The focus is on Phoebe. Her energy is gentle and a little fragile, but you know what? The girl is running the show.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, 8 out of 10, good color and good character energy, but there isn't any sensuality thrown in there, and it needs that. Also, Phoebe is plumper in the book, like, that's a thing.
Yeah.
She's plumper. Now we're on to Sweetest, Scoundrel. These are my peeps. This is even a set. That said, the color choice? Not the best one they made. And why is the dress taking up half the book? I think this lacks fire and passion. I don't get any energy from the characters, and there's nothing special about this design. It's pretty people. Like, okay, 5 out of 10. Okay, that's what I give this book, 5 out of 10. There isn't anything super bad about this, it's just me being salty. To Duke of Sin now. Okay,
Oh,
the thought is in the house, okay? Let's be real. So much of this book, it's his game. That said, this power stance, boy, fuck off. It's too much and it's in your face, okay? This boy doesn't need a power stance. His presence is the power stance. Your boy should be splayed out on this couch, not gripping it. Furthermore, his legs should be spread wide open. He's a hoe going to a hoedown, okay? To complete the picture, we need Bridget standing behind the couch. This hoe got a hand indecently placed on and gripping Bridget's thigh. There are no fucks here to give. To top it off, Bridget has a hand casually resting on his pecs. She knows this special brand of crazy is hers. 9 out of 10 because it's still a bomb-ass design. Just not perfect. Okay, now we're on to Duke of Pleasure. And I want to add a note here that Hoyt certainly likes her dukes. None of them were untested in the bedroom, by the way. Now here is my thing. Hugh looks constipated, and this background, not the best. This is just another hot guy with an open shirt. There's nothing special saying who this book is about. I mean, if you're gonna put this at night and outside, put it in fucking St. Giles, bitch. And where the fuck is Alf? Bitch, these hoes think there's something without their literal money makers. Without Alf, he was just a single daddy who's slowly going crazy. 3 out of 10. For all of my drama and hysterics, this isn't the worst. The body doesn't look highly unnatural, and I could buy that this is Hugh, like, maybe. Duke of Desire, this is the last book I will be rating. Last design. This is a super hot guy on the cover, okay? And it's also hugely inaccurate. Now, where the fuck is my scarred up monster? This bitch is literally a deformed monstrosity with only one side of his face remaining beautiful. That's some Phantom of the Opera shit, and unless I'm fucking blind, I don't see it. There is also no iris, just this fake ass pretender to the throne. So hot, so wrong. And where the fuck is my angst? Out of all of Hoyt's fuckboys, this one wins that title. I don't buy this bullshit. 0 out of 10. Hugely inaccurate and an insult to what we needed. Bitch needs to be curled up in some shadows or some shit. Half of him should be sight unseen. Better yet, he should be hiding his face inside of Iris's arms.
That would have been so good.
Yeah, like literally, like it would have been like dramatic as fuck. Fucking let down, okay? So much good energy for the book, by the way, but major trigger warnings need to be applied. Major trigger warnings, like we're
like this is the biggest one out of all. Like a lot of her books, like a lot of them have trigger warnings, but this one.
Okay, final scores. Oh my god, I just, like, looking over the titles real quick, I see that Hoyt has 4 motherfucking dukes in this series. Okay, how? Don't they run out of titles? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the final scores, we're gonna rate this real quick. We have, at the top, in number 1 is Duke of Midnight, 10 out of 10. Artemis and Wakefield. Okay, they're the only ones that got a 10 out of 10 for me. Number 2 is Lord of Darkness, 9 out of 10. Meg's Godric. I stand by that. Fight me. Number 3 is Duke of Sin, also at a 9 and 10. Meg's and Godric had a cover closer to the final vision I saw, which is why I placed them higher. Okay. Number 4 is Wicked Intentions design number 1 with an 8 out of 10. That's temperance and care, if anyone. Number 5 is Dearest Rogue with an 8 out of 10. That's for Phoebe and James. Number 6 is Darling Beast with a 6 out of 10 for Apollo and Lily. Number 7 is Scandalous Desires, book design number 1. 6 out of 10 for Silence and Mickey. Number 8 is Notorious Pleasures, design number 1, okay? 5 out of 10 for Hero and Griffin. Number 9 is Sweetest Scoundrel with a 5 out of 10 for Eve and Asa. Number 10 is Thief of Shadows, 5 out of 10 for Winter and Isabel. Number 11 is Notorious Pleasures. Now we're on design number 2, which is a 4 out of 10 for Hero and Griffin. Number 12, Duke of Pleasure, 3 out of 10 for Alf and Hugh. Number 13 is Scandalous Desires, design number 2, 1 out of 10 for Silence and Mickey. You know what you did. Number 14 is Duke of Desire, which is a 0 out of 10, and that's Iris and Raphael. And actually, I take back, I send my you know what you did comment to this. They all know what they did. I clearly listed out what they did wrong. Okay, number 15, and this is the worst one. Okay, this is Wicked Intentions design number 2 with a fat 0 out of 10. This is temperance and care. I'll take this to my grave as incorrect as Raphael was portrayed on his cover. At least he looked like he had a normal sized body. Instead, what was happening to Care? Yeah. Another point to note is thank fuck they stopped with those fucking redesigns. I just like flash montage right here of all the horrible designs. Anyways, conclusion, Hoyt slaps, okay? The books are 10 out of 10 with a few exceptions, and she owns a part of me that was lost before the cult came into my life, and she will always be the OG and that bitch, okay? My adoration is endless, just not for the book designs. Furthermore, Hoyt is constantly changing the game, writes great scenes, and if I went any further, we would all regret it. So just take my word for it and read one of her books. End it.